Hello, it is Jessica Weaver again for one of my car confessions. And today I want to confess that I have been listening to Christmas carols on the radio on the way to work for probably like 2 weeks now. Don't tell my husband, he makes so much fun of me. I love the holidays, but it's actually because when I'm driving, my mind is constantly going, thinking about work. And I get all these different ideas, different things for my book, for my blog, Not Your Father's Advisor, for my Strong Retirement Club, and it's nonstop. And I started to challenge myself. I would say, how long can I go my drive where I don't think of work? Because sometimes I want to use this time, it's about a 45 minute drive, to just relax and not think about it and kind of rest up, because I'm about to pick up my daughter from daycare. So I challenged myself to see how far into my drive I can go without thinking about work. And it ends up not even being like a full song. So if I put on the Christmas carols, it's very hard for my mind to think about work if I'm thinking about Christmas. And that might be true for you too. So what I do, I listen to Christmas carols because then I start thinking about all the things I have to do for Christmas, and they don't involve work at all. And I'm really trying to be good about taking it easy at work for December. I'm not working any late appointments. I'm not hosting any events. I'm really excited because there's so many things I want to be able to do with my family, my daughter, and my husband. But it comes back to, I remember a psychiatrist telling me and a group of women that your career cannot be your sole identity. You need to have other things that make up who you are. And when we just focus only on work, if something happens at work, whether we get laid off or our health takes us out of work or our loved ones take us out of work, then all of a sudden our identity is gone. And it's a much harder transition than if we have other things going on, whether you're a mom, a wife, or you just have other things going on with your friends, hobbies, volunteering. At least you have other things to occupy you and still make you feel like you're a contributing member of society. And we talk about this a lot in my Strong Retirement Club because we spend so many years working, whether you're in the corporate world or you're a business owner, you're nonstop working, and a lot of your interests have fallen to the side because you just don't have time to think about them or the energy to put into them. So now you kind of lost yourself as you come into retirement, and you need to redefine who you are now that your identity of being, an engineer, an accountant, a lawyer, or a business owner, that's gone. So what happens to you? How do you define who you are? When you meet somebody new and they're like, oh, what do you do? What are you going to tell them? What are you going to say? Oh, I used to do this. I used to be an accountant. Well, probably not. You're going to want something else to explain who you are, what makes up you. But it is really hard. And we go back to, I don't know if you've ever seen the balance wheel of life, but it's a graph, and each slice of the pie, you can say it's a pie chart, is a different aspect of your life. It could be fitness and health, spiritual, charitable, it can be career, money, family, friends, and each of those make up a wedge of the pie. And a lot of the women who come into the club, the career has been the only slice of the pie that they've been focusing on. So what do? We have to look at what other areas of the pie is really drawn to them. Which ones do they want to get back to? Maybe they had a much more balanced life before they started working and building their career. And we have to get back to that. And there probably are also some new things. And I've done the research. Happy retirees have at least 3 to 4 different core pursuits. Core pursuits being hobbies, activities, interests, things that take up your time, that make you feel fulfilled and satisfied, and probably even challenge you in a positive way. And I know I need to do a much better job of work being my only focus. Sometimes I feel like I pick my head up out of work at the end of the week. I'm like, what happened? I haven't touched base with my friends. I haven't really connected with my husband. I haven't really had time for my daughter. And now I'm trying to rush it all in during the weekend. And that's not fair to me. It's not fair to everybody else. So I know I need to do a much better job at looking at my own balance wheel of life, and seeing where I need to put more time and energy into it so I feel more whole across all the different aspects of me, not just work. And I challenge you to do the same thing, especially now as we come to the holidays. What defines you? What are the aspects of your life? What makes up who you are? And are they really what you wanted to want? Are they even, I don't even know how I'm trying to say this. Are they what you want them to be? Or are you just you're forced into this corporate career or your own business and you don't have time for anything else? Well, how can we make time for other things? Because it's your choice. And sometimes we have these limiting beliefs. Oh, I don't have time. I don't have energy to do this. Well, that's just a limiting belief that we are telling ourselves. And we always seem to get in our own way. And sometimes we need people outside of our world to help us get out of our own way. I know I do. I was just talking to another business person, and I was saying how helpful it is for me to have a tribe of women around me to support me. And whenever I'm saying to them, well, I feel like I'm not doing enough for work. They go, no, you're doing plenty for work. You're not doing enough for your family. Shift your mindset. Shift those beliefs. So for you, if you have trouble like I do with making sure I'm balancing it out a little bit, I know there's never perfect balance, but sometimes having those people who will hold you accountable to it and are really only looking out for your best interests, that really helps. And it gives me comfort, and it gives me security. It gives me confidence too, that I have women to support me no matter what I'm going through, even times of great success and even times of great stress. They are there looking out for me, and I'm right there looking out for them too. So look at how you're living your life, what makes up who you are, and make sure it's what you want it to be. And you're not forced into something. And are you telling yourself some limiting beliefs that we need to shift so that you can live the way you want to live? We really want to live our best lives. How do we make that happen? And one of the key ingredients is to have a tribe around you. I talk a lot about what I've been talking about in my car confessions on my blog, Not Your Father's Advisor. They're a little bit more geared around money because I'm a retirement advisor. I help women near and in retirement figure out what to do with all this money they saved up, and like I said before, live with purpose, live with fulfillment, and have their best life in retirement. But you can check all that stuff out at jessicaweaver.com. I think I'm going to start putting a lot of these car confessions, transcribe them and put them up on the blog too. So let me know what you think about that. But I'll see you next time on my next car confession. Bye. Back to the Christmas carols. Bye.